Hey my lovelies, I'm finally getting on to do my lipstick collection video. Everyone's been asking me to do it because obviously in my videos I wear a lot of lipsticks just like I'm wearing today, and it gets requested a lot. What I will say is I don't spend loads of money on getting eyeshadows. I mean, I barely wear them. I think I have one sleek palette, that's it. I don't spend loads of money on foundation or mascara or blusher. Actually I do have a MAC blusher, but anyway, that's not the point. I don't spend loads of money on other bits of makeup. So lipsticks for me, I kind of like the things I like to invest in, and I love them. And yeah, majority of them are MAC, which is why I'm saying this, but I've bought them with all my own money. And yeah, so let's just get started. So I'll split them up into different groups. I'm going to start off with all my red lipsticks. Now I do have other lipsticks in my lipstick collection, but I never wear them, so I'm just going to show you all the ones that I actually wear. So as I said, starting off with my reds, I do have 5 red lipsticks. They're all from MAC and I love them all. So the first two I'm going to talk about are probably 2 of the most popular lipsticks talked about on YouTube, and the first one is Russian Red, and it looks just like this, and it's very similar to Ruby Woo, which looks like that. And the only differences is that they've got kind of different undertones. See, if I show you that one, they're very similar in colour, but one of them has more of a cooler undertone and the other one has more of a warmer undertone. I wear Russian Red a lot because it's very moisturising, even though it's a matte finish. The Ruby Woo I hardly ever wear because it's really kind of clayey and dry, and it's not very nice to wear on your lips all day, but it is a gorgeous colour. But I think Russian Red suits my skin colouring a little bit. But yeah, so I've got Russian Red and Ruby Woo, both the matte finish. All the MAC lipsticks here in the UK are £13.50, if any of you are wondering. So I'm going to swatch them on my hand for you so you can kind of see what they look like, and you can compare all the reds together. So this one's Ruby Woo, and you can tell it's quite dry. It doesn't really transfer very well. There you go. So that's what Ruby Woo looks like, and that's Russian Red. It's much more creamier, even though they're both a matte finish. Yeah, that's what they look like. So another 2 lipsticks that I find are very similar in MAC are So Chaud, and I think that's how you say it, So Chaud. I will put all their names in on the screen and in the down bar so you can see what they're spelled like, so I might not pronounce all of them right. And the other one's Lady Danger. Now Lady Danger is the first ever MAC lipstick I ever bought. I think my mum bought it for me actually. I think this is the only lipstick that someone else bought for me. But yeah, and it looks like that, and it's such a gorgeous colour. It's very kind of bright red. It's very like true red, and I think it's very similar to this one here called So Chaud. So that's what So Chaud looks like. Very similar colours, but when you put them up against each other, you can tell there is a slight difference. So Chaud is more, I'd say, on the orangey spectrum of reds, and Lady Danger is more of a very true red. So as you can see here, that one's So Chaud and that one's Lady Danger. Both really lovely colours. Again, the same kind of similar kind of brightness, but again, they're probably more likely to suit different skin tones depending on whether you've got cool tones or warm tones. But yeah, I love these. The last kind of red I have is completely different from all the ones I've just shown you, and it's called Chili, and it looks like that. It's a really lovely kind of dark bricky red, and again it's a matte finish. All the ones I've just shown you are matte finishes, and that's what Chili looks like compared to all of them. And I know they look so similar, and my friends tell me often, say, Rhiannon, you don't need to get all these red lipsticks because they are so similar. But I do love Chili, and it was on a lot of runways last year as well. And yeah, it's a great red, a great dark red actually for winter if you aren't brave enough to kind of do the full-on like dark lip. The next lot I'm going to do are my nudes, and I only have a few nudes, and I don't know, I don't really get on with nudes very well because I find them really hard to suit my skin tone, and I like to wear dark lipsticks quite a lot of the time. But the first one I have, which is my favourite and the only MAC lipstick that I have actually finished, is Hue, and it's by MAC again, and it's a glaze finish. It's the only glaze finish I have. I normally go for matte ones. I don't know if I'll be able to get it on my skin to show you. Yeah, it's not really working, but you can't really see it, and you can see all the red lipstick that I've just shown you Whoops. But it's such a lovely colour, and if you put a lot of Vaseline on your lips and then put this on, I think it makes it go on a bit better, and it's really lovely. I need to get another one of these. The next one I've got is one I got the other day, and it is a matte finish, and it's called Honey Love, and it looks like that, and it's very brown. I don't know if it suits me very well. I think it's definitely a nude for people who have much darker skin. It looks like that, but it's still a lovely colour. Yeah, not much to say about that. I haven't worn it too much, but I've worn it a couple of times. Now, if you wanted a duplicate for the Honey Love one that I just showed you by MAC, Topshop do one which is pretty much the same colour, and they're like little lipstick sticks that look like eyeliners, but it is a lipstick, and it looks like that, and they are just like really similar colours. If I show you, I think the Topshop one's a little bit lighter, but they're so similar if you look at them. So that's a great alternative, even though I think this is like £7. But yeah, that is Enamoured or something. Like I said, I'll put them all in the down bar because I don't think I said that right. So the next ones I'm going to show you are my dark lipsticks, and as you know, I love my dark lipsticks so much. I've actually got one of them on today. I'm just going to go ahead and start with them. I've got 3 of them. I'm going to give you a break from MAC and show you this number 7 one that I have, and it's in 35 Grace, and it's their Stay Perfect little range of lipsticks, and it looks like that. And like I said, it's called Grace, and it's a lovely colour. This is the one I have on today, and it's really like soft when it goes on your lips, even though it is a matte finish again. It looks like that. Obviously you can see it on my lips today, and it is really, really nice, but it doesn't build up very well. I find that I have to put it on my lips, blot, put more on my lips and blot again, just so you kind of get like a bold colour, because as it's so creamy, you get like patchy lips. So yeah, if you just blot and then reapply, it sorts that problem out. So back onto MAC again. This is another matte finish, and it's Diva, and it looks like that, and on my hand the swatch looks like that. It's definitely a very dark reddy plum colour, and I love this. I wear this so much. And the next one I've got is a really dark purple, and it's called Smoked Purple, and it's another matte finish, and it's by MAC, and it looks like that, and it almost looks black. The Diva one looks black in certain light. It's both absolutely gorgeous, and it looks like that. But if you're going on a night out, Diva and Smoked Purple, especially Smoked Purple, almost look black. So the last section of my lipsticks are my Colour Brights, and they're pretty much the same colour. I would say they're duplicates for each other. So I'm going to show you the MAC one first, and then I have one by number 7, which is basically the same colour. Now this is like a corally colour, and it's called Vegas Vault, and it looks like that. Quite a lot of people have this, and on my hand it looks like that, and it's an amplified finish. Again, the only amplified finish I have, and it is really nice, but when I find you put it on your lips, again I have that problem with it looks a little bit sheer. So what I do is I put it over this one by number 7, and it's in 75 gauge Geranium, and it's Stay Perfect range again, and it looks like that, and they're basically the same colours, but the number 7 one's a matte finish. Which one? That one there. That's the number 7 one, and so when you mix them together, I don't think my camera's going to focus, but when you mix them together, they look absolutely gorgeous. I mean, they're pretty much the same colour, but when you mix them together, it just kind of makes it look more full, and I love them. So I'm going to show you my lip liners. Now I only have 3. I've got 2 from MAC and 1 from Topshop. I kind of forget about using lip liners because I don't really use them, but with lipsticks like my Smoked Purple, I find that Smoked Purple again doesn't stay on your lips very well, or it can look a little bit sheer. So I actually went out and bought a lip liner for it, and it's called Velvetella, and it's a cream stick liner. I probably would get the pencil lip liner next time, because I don't know, it doesn't go on very well. But yeah, you can't really see it, it almost looks black, and then on my hand it looks like that. So it's a very similar colour to MAC's Smoked Purple. I can't really remember how much the MAC liners are. I think that lip liner I just showed you, the Velvetella one, is around £11 or something. The next MAC lipstick I have is in Brick, and I've had this for a long time. It's really good to put under my colour Russian Red and Ruby Woo and lipsticks like that really. And it looks like that. And the last one I have is one from Topshop that I got the other day, and it's in the colour Blaze, and it is just like a proper red colour because I needed one to have under kind of like my bright reds, like my So Chaud and Lady Danger and all those ones, and it's just that one there. And I love this, it's really creamy, it goes on really well. And yeah, they are my lipsticks and my lip liners. So I finally done the video, and I hope you enjoyed it, gave you some ideas. Like I said, all the ones that I have showed you will be in the down bar, and I will tell you where they're from, their names and their finishes they have, whether they're matte, amplified, glaze or whatever. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!